Hey guys, today we're back with another initial thoughts review. And today will be a big one, a big announcement from FN from SHOT Show 2022. It is the new release of the FN High Power. Stay tuned for this one. All right, guys, we're back. Once again, this will be initial thoughts review of the FN High Power. This is going to be a new release from FN, and yes, it is the High Power, but now it is the High Power, if that makes sense. As y'all know, the original High Power was HI-Power. Now they're turning it into HIGH, as in how you spell high power. Decent amount of stuff can be seen from this one picture. Just straight off the bat, you can see one that is in FDE, one that looks like a stainless steel, hopefully anyway. I hope it's not a hard chrome. I hope it's stainless. And one that looks to be blacked out from what I can tell. About for certain anyway, I don't think that's a blued one. I think that's more of a black finish on the stainless gum, hopefully, something like that maybe. But their description at the beginning is visit booth 11860 to get your eyes and your hands on our newly remastered FN High Power. This iconic firearm has been reimagined into a modern arms masterpiece for today's handgunner that you'll have to see to believe, including a signature 17-round magazine, improved ergonomics, fire control, a larger ejection port, and a streamlined barrel lockup design. See you soon. So hopefully this means that we're going to be getting some one-on-one footage tomorrow from a lot of different YouTubers for the new FN High Power. I'm looking forward to it, or at least I was looking forward to it very heavily until I started looking around on a few different forums where this had actually released a few days ago, and it's just now getting out to the public. But first, we'll talk about guns overall. The sights to me look like night sights, if I'm not mistaken. It's really kind of hard to check this out, but they look to me like either a 3-dot target sight or night sights, either or. The biggest thing that I can tell straight off the bat is that it is now ambidextrous. They've got an ambidextrous slide release and looks out like a takedown pin, possibly on the right-hand side as well. Ambidextrous safety as well. And as well, you can see, I guess with the improved ergonomics, they're talking about the high cut underneath the trigger well. And it looks to me like maybe 25 lines per inch, stippling on the front of the pistol grip, but it's more of the box cuts from what I can tell from these pictures than like a 1911 25 or 30 lines per inch whenever it's actually stippled a lot more and it makes a lot more contact with your hands. I would have rather it's been more something like a 1911, but any stippling in the front is better than no stippling. One of the biggest things as well that I can tell is with the stainless, just you can see the right-hand side of the slide a lot better with it, and it looks to me like it's just on the right-hand side, got a FN mark, and on the left-hand side, it's slick all the way through. On the lower, it has High Power in Columbia, South Carolina, United States. So pretty interesting design. Looks to me like it's going to be coming out in 3 different colors. Stainless, hopefully not nickel or hard chrome, but stainless, a scorpion type of color, a FDE, easiest way to pronounce it, I guess you'd say, and a black or blued model. Something else I can see from just these pictures that has changed is the mag, to me, looks to be a tad bit thicker on the bottom. I'm guessing that's to help hold them 17 rounds because that's pretty much the standard capacity now for 9mm 17 rounds. So I don't know if they have either extended the grip just a tad bit to help fit in a 17-round mag, or if that little base plate on the bottom of it helps that out any bit. Also, your ejection port is larger, like it said in the description. Something that I've always noticed with high powers is that the ejection is very small and on the right-hand side. I could see how it would be easy to stovepipe possibly. And really, besides that, though, from what just these pictures and the description says, that's about all that I can see. There is no current MSRP on these guns, and it is kind of all over the place where it very well could be. But getting into a little bit of not hatred, but kind of letdown of this gun, and I really didn't notice it whenever I first seen it. I was actually really happy to see this because I've been wanting to pick up a Browning High Power for a while, or an FN, or the new Springfield SA-35 until the reviews come out and show that it's pretty much a hot mess for now anyway. But something that they have seen is that, or I've seen on here on a few of these forums, is that people was kind of just hoping for, if they was going to implement a new design, either A, go full-fledged new design with the Browning High Power in mind, or B, leave it alone as it was. So they have helped a few things on it, just like with the ambidextrous on each side, the higher trigger cut and all that. But now, to me, really, there isn't much of a difference, which is good, don't get me wrong. But if they're going to call it a new modern design, I think that they should have had either right off the bat a model that was also optics ready. Something else is that a lot of people was calling for a accessory rail on the lower, because in today's time, which I'm one myself, I think that if you have a self-defense handgun, it needs to have a rail on it to where you can attach a light, because you don't need to be shooting at things you can't see, even whenever you have night sights. That doesn't help you. You need to make sure that you see your target and that you want to pull the trigger, and that it's not something that you didn't want to shoot. But that being said, it would have been very, very simple to add just a small Picatinny rail slide in the lower. I mean, you can see tons of people that have aftermarket accessories. Fab Defense is one that comes to my mind, that puts a actual Picatinny rail on the bottom of it, and that was just pretty much overall one of the biggest things that I can see on these forums that people was not really happy about. 17-round mag, people liked it. Some people call for a threaded barrel as well. I'm guessing for suppressor, I can't really think that you put a compensator on a Browning High Power, but there is a few different things that are that they should have looked into, which they might have, don't get me wrong. Not really much has been said yet, but a few people have also said that there's a lot of little internal pieces that can go, I guess you would say, bad on a Browning High Power or FN High Power, and cause malfunctions in the guns, that they should have looked into some of them and possibly updated the feed ramp, because it is a little bit too steep for non-ball ammunition, and it has kind of a few problems feeding hollow point bullets. But like I said, that's something that that they could have changed. We just don't really know yet, but that's something that people have talked about. Some people also said they would like a more classic styling and not Cerakote. I kind of understand that. Hopefully they got rid of the magazine disconnect, which was making the triggers in the Browning High Powers less desirable. And once you get rid of that disconnect, and a lot of people have showed that it's easy to do, it makes the triggers a lot better. And pretty much overall, that's really about all that I can see for now. If I run over anything else from skimming through these, I'll for sure let you know. Some people wish that they would have also already come out with MSRP on it, but like I said, I think it will be released tomorrow or today, depending on when you watch this. I should have this out by 1:17, about at midnight, so 1:18 technically, I guess. If not, it'll be a little bit after that. But another big thing, though, is that, as you all know, the Springfield SA-35 has recently released. And like I said a minute ago, it's kind of a hot mess of garbage right now. And I don't know what you all think about it, but some people still are going pretty heavily trying to get them. But to me, after I was watching Grantham's review and a few other reviews, I could see how a lot of people really would not like them. But you have to still rival with them, because whenever you have two pretty much the same pistols, which they're a tad bit different, but pretty much the same pistols, you're going to have to try and get in that ballpark. And with Springfield pricing it at, I think it was $6.99 MSRP. Once these are released, I think that people would more jump to these. I think that a good price on these, a good selling point price on these, would be anywhere between $900 to $1,000, if not less. I think anything over $1,000, and you're not going to be hitting that market where it needs to be hit. I think that if somebody was looking at, say, a Springfield 35 or SA 35, and then they was looking at this and it was, say, $200 more MSRP, I think that they would rather pick this one up because, number one, FN is just known for their quality, and that's 100%. One big reason I'm looking forward to this gun is because FN, like I said, their quality is through the roof. I've never had a single bad FN gun. And on top of that as well, you have some decent updates and upgrades from what I can tell with this one, especially with the stainless. I think that stainless looks really well, and that will be the one I will be getting to review whenever at all possible. But like I said, I think that people would go for this one if it was, say, $900 or $1,000. But now if they priced it out of the park and put a MSRP on it of $1,200 or $1,300 or $1,400 or even $1,500, trying to sell it at the same price that older FN high powers or Browning high powers are going for, I think that they're going to run into a few problems. But overall, guys, that's really about the end of the review. I hope you all enjoyed this. I'm trying to keep as updated as possible as I am on SHOT Show, especially with stuff I think is interesting. As y'all know, I've always been a bigger pistol person, and I'm pretty heavily into ARs as well. But the only thing I'm really not heavy into is bolt-action guns, but I'm going to attempt to try and get into them a little bit heavier. But like I said, anything that I see that I think will be interesting that they're going to release from SHOT Show, I'll be making an initial review on, and hopefully we'll see some more interesting stuff. But overall, I'm happy to see FN is now re-releasing the all-new designed Browning High Power, or FN High Power. So guys, appreciate y'all viewing. Like and subscribe for more gun reviews. I'll see y'all in the next video.